Hi folks, Puffin here at the Fairy Liberation Front. As you know, I'm a fairy witch and I do fairy magic. Usually just art, writing, these things, talking, word magic, reading as well. And I've been introducing people to the original form of TikTok. I haven't even read these books, but I wanted to show them off since I have them with me. Uh, but I have been reading a book recently called Phantastes by MacDonald. It's a really good fairy story. I tend to find that magical things happen regardless of what I'm reading, but the reading fairy tale books, of course, can make even more magical things happen. Well, when I got to this book, when I get to this part of this book, where one of the characters meets a lovely girl, I put it off. And I have a bad habit of doing this because of noticing these magical connections. I want to save some for later. It took me a year to get Lady Gaga's Chromatica album. Uh, I've had it for a year and still haven't listened to it, and I've had a CD player to listen to it on for many months, like 8 months. It's a bad block I have to magic that I need to overcome and start making magic myself. I was going to do the same thing with this when I got to the part about reading this beautiful girl. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. I was like, well, maybe it's not for me. Maybe if I read it, it's for someone else's love to find. Will come in handy. Or if it's for me, I'm ready. Like I need to stop postponing magic. But this is the description of the woman when she comes in. Her back only was visible as she walked slowly up to uh, the couch in the further end of the room, on which she laid herself wearily, turning towards him a face of unutterable loveliness, in which suffering and dislike and a sense of compulsion strangely mingled with the beauty. That's all I've read so far, so here we go. He stood without the power of motion for some moments, with his eyes irrecoverably fixed upon her, and even after he was conscious of the ability to move, he could not summon up courage to turn and look on her face to face, in the veritable chamber in which he stood. At length, the sudden effort in which the exercise of the will was so pure that it seemed involuntary, he turned his face to the couch. It was vacant. In bewilderment, mingled with terror, he turned again to the mirror. There, in the reflected couch, lay the exquisite lady form. She lay with closed eyes, whence two large tears were just welling from beneath the veiling lids, still as death, save for the convulsive motion of her bosom. Cosmo himself could not have described what he felt. So I'll leave it at that, but just open up that fairy possibility for you and start that magic. And thank you for sharing it with me. And nice to meet you. See you soon.